The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
The entire country is talking about something that happened in a fast food restaurant that we will not mention. Anyway, this fast food restaurant was in Brisbane. Yes, and they said that it is an isolated incident. You would have seen the vision of a woman. It looks like she's one of the shift managers of this establishment, drying a dirty mop under the heat lamp above some freshly cooked fries.
Wow.
Now,
Is that the secret seasoning? That's
We're all being done an extra crunch.
yeah, shocking. Everyone is absolutely shocked.
Yes,
People were
yes.
disgusted. Many users expressed disgust. Honestly, doesn't surprise me, one said. I used to work at... And I was astounded by the number of violations made for safety and hygiene. It is understood the worker is going to keep her job, by the way.
Is this worker now the arch enemy of the company?
Hey, well played.
hey.
And a great whistle to follow.
I went down to the comments section of the Daily Mail article, and one thing blew me away that I don't think anyone has talked about, and that is this guy that said this one thing puzzling is why dry a mop? Shouldn't it be wet? And that is true.
That's a really great
Why
point.
were you drying a mop?
I don't know, but I guess
I know a mop's natural state is dry, but its intended purpose is wet.
Is to be wet, and you
was it the
can't
end
just
of the
let it
shift?
dry.
It doesn't matter, does it?
It
doesn't
wasn't
really
the end of
matter.
the shift because there were freshly cooked fries in the fry
What
warmer.
was the purpose of it all?
So,
Is that
I bet
okay?
they're not McHappy about
yeah,
it.
this is my thing, right? Okay, I've worked in hospitality. You haven't? You've never worked
No,
in
I haven't
hospitality
worked in
either?
hospitality.
yeah.
Yeah, what?
Oh, when I was going down the pub,
No, that's not working.
That's
is it?
not working.
Oh, when
What, you
you're
owned a pub and just swanned in. You went at the back
I was
shoveling
working.
chips
I
and
was.
stuff.
I did a lot of that stuff. I served beer.
Oh, who hasn't
I
served
gave
beer?
out plates of food,
Oh,
and I was there to count the TAB receipts. That is a true story.
God, Sean,
Yeah.
I've made a salad once. Doesn't make
start-
I've
on a
made a
second.
salad once. Doesn't
Hang on
mean
a
that I'm a
second.
vegetarian.
You started that Mexican joint. You walked in, and the first day you were out the door before you made 20 margaritas for people.
Before that, mate, I was working selling bloody large combinations at a deli. What are you talking about? I worked at the Curtin University Tavern. Worked at many places. My brother worked at a place once that sold nuggets. No,
different nuggets.
no, different nuggets.
Yes.
Oh, I know. And
Would they be international nuggets, like from a state in America?
I don't know. I'm not going to go ask him any questions. Look, it was many, many years ago.
Yes.
And he was, so he got a job and then someone had ordered 12 nuggets and they realised they were running low on nuggets and they only had 11 nuggets. So he looked down on the ground and there was a nugget that was squashed on the ground. He just picked it up and put it in the deep fryer. He made up the 12 nuggets. And this is my point.
Yes.
You don't know until you know.
100%.
People could be drying mops under heat lamps all
Yeah,
day long.
might
We
happen
don't know.
all the time.
Suddenly we see it, we don't know. Which brings me to this. I would like to invite people that have worked hospitality to share stories about things that we don't know.
And that we might not be happy to find out.
Like boot chicken,
still.
which made the news
Yes.
in a big way.
Boot
Last
chicken.
year, was
Yeah.
it last year?
Yeah, when a chicken outlet was transporting cooked chicken from one outlet to another, just in the boot of the car.
Yeah.
Not
boot
in
of the
boxes,
car.
just in the boot of the car.
We do not need to name and shame these places.
No.
We just want to lift the lid, shine some light on the stuff that is happening that we don't see or know about it until someone films it. Now, James, we don't want any mention of any businesses, all right? So
Just like we haven't mentioned the
we would
particular
never.
offending
We would
restaurant.
never. But this is Confessions of a Hospitality Worker. What have you seen?
Well, I used to work in a property in country Victoria down in Torquay, right near Bells Beach. Beautiful location. And we had a mining group come in and they drank us out of absolutely everything. And it was their gala dinner on their last night. And so what we had to do is raid all those miniature bottles that you get on the airline that were completely expired. Empty them into a big white bucket that you found in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And pour it through a funnel back into the red wine bottles and put it on the table for the gala dinner.
Oh, that is a brilliant idea. Actually,
mean,
that's a great idea.
Always
James.
have a bucket handy, you know what I mean?
That is a great
It
idea.
bucket and a
worked,
funnel.
don't know what the hangover was like the next morning, but that wasn't my problem.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the quality by that point.
If that was a video of you pouring wine into a bucket and then funneling it back into bottles. Oh, that place! I mean, it would have been national news. But really, I mean, when you broken down the problem, that's okay.
Yeah, your solution's focused.
Who hasn't drunk bucket wine?
No.
I have it with my boot chicken. Thanks, James. Let's go to Melissa in Quinana. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Val. Okay, don't name the outlet, but tell us your story.
So I worked at a lovely sandwich shop, and
that's lovely.
it was one of my first shifts where I was slicing the capsicum, and apparently the manager was watching me and rushed over to tell me that I was being too wasteful. So he pulled out all the offcuts from the bin and proceeded to cut them and show me how to get more out of it.
Value from the
bin pepper.
How dirty was the bin? Like all the scraps had been in there, and he just grabbed them out.
Yes.
See, that would worry me. I know we talk about the chips before we get through that.
To be fair, though, he's an artist.
He's an artist.
Well, we wouldn't know
I'm
that.
guessing.
I mean, look, once again, I think I'd be okay.
With bin capsicum.
I've eaten stuff out of the bin at home.
But that's your home bin where you know what's gone into it.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should be more outraged. Or maybe I'm just thinking that I'm more easygoing than what I am.
Yeah, okay.
But to me now, maybe it's just because I'm hungry.
Rochelle, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, Rochelle. Okay, tell us a hospitality story that's going to horrify us a bit.
I did work at this cooking school. Nearly said the name. Not anymore. They just couldn't handle it. It was just gross.
Yeah.
So each week we'd have like a pasta night or Moroccan night, and especially on the fresh pasta night, there would always be the sauce left, whether Alfredo sauce or a bolognese sauce.
Yeah.
So my boss would make me keep it for the week for the next weekly class, and if I pulled it out, and quite often it would be covered in mould. So my job was to pick the mould all off of it.
Oh my God! How were people not sick from this?
Yeah.
Reheat it and put fresh parsley over the top, and she said no one will know.
Well, of course, you don't know the mixture of parsley and mould.
Rochelle.
Keep going, Rochelle. Keep going. Yeah.
And often there'd be like a fresh garlic bread left as well, and she would say, no, that's fine. We'll keep that till next week. Wrap it up tight. Then when we prepare it, I would have to spray it with water and then
to freshen
wrap
it up.
Again, fresh parsley, fresh garlic over the top, spray it with the water, reheat it, and just as we were about to serve it, she said drizzle it with a bit of hot oil as well.
That should
To really bring it back to life.
Rochelle, why did you not have a freezer? Why wouldn't you just freeze it for the week?
Because you can do that.
No, the freezer would always be too full, and that was, just keep it in there. That's fine, she said. And this would happen so often, and I would go to bin it, and I would just get scolded by, don't bin it, you're wasting food.
Well, I mean, she had a process in place. She had you to scrape the mould off the top layer
and
of
put
the sauce.
parsley on it.
What
and hot
about
oil.
chucking the water on the hardened garlic bread to soften it?
It really does bring bread back to life.
That's amazing. I'm going to use it.
Especially sourdough works really well with sourdough.
Yeah, it
Thank
really
you,
does. There's some
Rochelle.
great tips there. Thank you, Rochelle.
Naomi, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Okay, we're hearing some fairly horrific stories, Naomi. What have you got for us?
So my sister used to run a restaurant down in Denmark, a restaurant brewery, and used to host a lot of weddings. And so you can imagine with weddings there's loads of drunk horror stories.
Yeah.
But I was helping her out one weekend, and they were doing a wedding. And the bride's grandma had decided that she wanted to do the wedding cake. She wanted to organise the wedding cake for the wedding, and it was her contribution to the wedding. And anyway, she had approached us and said, "I'd like to do the little the fruit cake. You know, and in the olden days they used to serve it up in the little white bag to the guests." Well, we were like, "Yeah, sure, no, hey, it's your thing. You go and do it." And anyway, little did we know, the bride came up to us and said, "Who organised the wedding cake that's been handed out. And we said, well, your grandma did actually. It was her thing. And she goes, well, have you seen what she's handing it out in?
What?
She had gone to the bathrooms and taken all the white sanitary
napkin
bags and handed the cake out in
the sanitary napkin bags. The little what?
Yes.
For disposing of
You can't
sanitary
blame her
napkins.
though. She had none of the dog poo bags left in her pocket.
Yeah, they were all, and of course they had a stamp on them, the white bags, so everyone knew that they were sanitary bags and they were getting handed out cake.
Wow.
That's gold.
Wow.
Grandma,
So
what
the
a
bride
thinker.
was mortified.
Nothing's going to hold her back from
No.
getting that cake out.
Back in the day, mate, they used what they had.
A bag's a
grandmothers.
bag. I mean, they weren't used bags.
My nana, her outside toilet when we go to her house, she had cut up newspaper that was on a hook.
very common.
And so we would literally, like, you could read your ass after wiping it.
Oh, smudges too when you do that.
Thank you, Naomi. Chantal, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Great,
Good,
Chantal.
Chantal.
Oh, Chantal, are you a chef?
I am.
Okay, this is exciting. We are asking for confessions of hospitality workers. You might have some good ones. What aren't we seeing?
It's not from me. It was from when I was an apprentice.
Okay.
20 odd years ago.
Yep.
My chef, we used to have a special on crayfish mornay.
Yes.
And my chef would make me keep the shell that it was served in on the table. He would keep that and make it into a lobster bisque.
Oh, so you make the mornay, you put it in the lobster shell and serve it to people.
And then use the flavour from the unwashed shell into the mornay?
No, into the lobster bisque, which is a different dish, like a soup.
Which has been at the table. With the customer.
I mean, waste not, want not, to be fair.
Yeah.
Also,
Actually, put it in, add some water, and rock and roll.
also can I just say, right, 20. Are you still working as a chef, Chantal?
I am, yes.
Okay. There are no mornays on the menu anymore, are there?
No.
Think about that. 20 years ago, you go out for lunch, you go out for dinner and have a lovely mornay.
And lobster mornay was super fancy.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
So, I'm not. It's
You
not
could
a thing
afford
anymore.
crayfish then.
Yes,
Wow.
those are the days. Thanks, Chantal.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Hey, last night was Macklemore's second concert. If you saw some videos getting around the day before, everyone's
Going
having
off.
a wicked time.
He announced to the crowd, can you please, everyone stand up and put your phones down because we're at a concert. Take a quick photo and let's just enjoy this
it.
time together because otherwise we're going to get pissed off, is what he said. The crowd cheered. No one put their phones down.
And I've seen all the videos on Instagram. It happened to Coldplay as well. Chris Martin said, for this song, just put your phones down and enjoy the moment. And people filmed it.
You know what it is?
Like, you're just watching people film it. It's like,
It's
one
bloody
song he asked you to do
social
it for.
media is this beast that people feel like they need to feed. It's like, quickly show that you were there if you need to show that you were there, and then that's
Enjoy it.
And also, everyone's footage is the same.
I tell you right now, unless you're looking at someone else's feed, no one is going. You never sit back down and look at that concert footage that you took ever before.
Never before. So about a month ago, my youngest son, he comes to me, Dad, can you any chance you get me some Macklemore tickets? And I said, probably not, but I'll ask when I go into work. We used to probably when I first started, but you guys
Open
showered
slather.
in tickets before. But
now
we don't get much stuff. So anyway, I asked our teammate Pricey if there's any chance, and she basically said it was going to be a bit difficult, sold out.
Yeah.
And I was cool with that. Couple of days last week, my older son said, "Oh, Dad, any chance you can get me some Macklemore tickets?" And I said, "Absolutely zero chance."
Yeah.
And if some happen to come across my desk by an absolute miracle, then your brother's already asked for them.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, no worries," because we weren't expecting them to come. So on last Friday, before we left work, Pricey comes up to me and she says, "I've got you some Macklemore tickets."
Oh, what a magician.
Wow.
So I tell the older son, by the way, he on Saturday that I've got these tickets. His reasoning for wanting them was his girlfriend's birthday yesterday.
And he was too cheap to buy her a present.
Well, he couldn't. He was thinking that would be a good surprise, and he was happy to pay for them.
Right.
But
So why didn't you go into the ticket place and buy them?
because they're all sold out.
Were they?
Yeah.
Did he sell out?
Both
shows.
concerts.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where was it?
HBF Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said, I've got these 2 tickets, but your brother was the one who asked me first. You know, I have to do a deal with him. Now, I thought the deal would have been, I'll take you, or if he really wanted them for his girlfriend, then he would just do a deal somewhere with Ollie. I don't know, take him to school a few times. Maybe if he gave him a couple of dollars for it, that'd be fine. So Ollie set the bar that he wanted $115 each ticket
for the tickets that he got for free.
The ones that he got for free.
The ones he got for free.
So wait there. If anyone's giving money for the tickets, why wasn't it be you? And then you could give the money to Pricey.
Yeah. So
they
she
were
can
free.
eat. And I thought it was all, shits and giggles until yesterday we got in the car and I'd forwarded the tickets to Lachlan just yesterday so he could go last night for his girlfriend's birthday. They could have a great time. And I said, Ollie, when I got him in the car yesterday, I said, oh, by the way, I don't think you should be charging Lachlan that amount of money at all. At all, if you're going to make any kind of money off him, then you should have, you could sell him his ticket and give the other one because I was getting two. And he goes, no. And I went, yeah, well, that's how it works. He's your brother. You got him for free, mate.
Yeah. Family and friends deal.
Yeah. No, he said, that doesn't work, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't work. He did the deal with me. The deal's done. I've got his money. He's already paid me.
So 200.
So what he got? In the end, Lachlan only paid him $215. So $107.
He beat him down.
$107.50 a ticket.
He beat him down $15.
It's amazing how quickly Lachlan came up with the cash, considering he hasn't been able to pay his board for a while.
I was thinking the same, Nat. Not $1, not $8.
I don't ever sell anything that I'm a person that just gives stuff away.
Yeah.
Like,
if you get it for free, I would never.
But I literally just give stuff away, and I always wonder. Like, I've given away couches, I've given away fridges, and all that sort of stuff. Same. And like, really, if you chuck that up on Gumtree or whatever like that, you're going to pull some money back from that. I wonder how much money people have made off me giving them stuff.
Yeah, taking your freebie and then on selling it.
Yeah, and it's only because I can't be asked. And then also I just think like, oh, they can, I'm going to pass it on. You need it, or you want it.
Didn't Ellie do that?
Oh, what did she do? No, she gave it away. I gave Ellie my fridge and dryer.
Oh, and she gave the dryer away.
I don't know where the fridge is. We'll get her in.
We'll get her in.
I don't know where the fridge is, but she gave the dryer then to Amy.
Right. Did she sell it? Do we know that she might have sold it to Amy?
We'll get to the bottom of this. But should we talk about other people that have
got things for free and
profiteering? Profiteering off for free.
There'll be someone that made a packet over something they were given. Watch.
So were you given something and then you on-sold it for cash?
I want to quickly talk about the renovations here. It's been enraging me seeing some of the stuff that they have just gotten rid of without selling, and I'm going like, sell it and put it into a booze fund for the staff or something.
Yeah, that's
a good idea.
We had this giant boardroom table here.
It broke into 4 pieces, so it was actually really adjustable, and you could adapt it to different rooms and stuff.
Literally, if you were to ask somebody for $500, and that's cheap as chips because it would have cost thousands, that would have been a bargain for any startup. But we just got rid of it, and then there was something else that was advertised the other day. Sam?
Oh yeah, on Marketplace, I saw our old switchboard panel.
Panel. So the thing that controls the radio station, or the old switch ones.
Yeah, so somebody obviously ripped it out in the demo and now is flogging it online.
How much?
$2,000.
They said they'd marked it down from 4.
Yeah, down from 4.
Are you serious? Stuart?
We should be doing that.
I know.
You don't have any follow through.
I know.
Let's go to Chili in Baldivis. Hi, Chili.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Chili.
All right. Did you get something for free and then flog it for cash?
So I was actually the one who gave something for free. So I did a wardrobe clean out, probably had about, 3 garbage bags full of clothes that I've given to my mum's friend who had a young daughter.
Yeah.
About probably 3 weeks later, I'm going through Instagram and seeing that the young daughter's made a buy and sell page.
With your stuff?
I've gone on the buy and sell page and it's all my clothes listed.
How much was she selling? Give us an example of some of the prices she was putting for things.
Oh, she was putting, these stuff were, new and had tags on them. She was trying to get, $50 to $100 each thing.
Are you, Shirley? You were trying to help them out by giving them the clothes to the young daughter.
I don't know about
exactly.
that.
I was trying to give her some nice stuff, but no, she was making a profit off it.
Can I just say, really, you should relinquish all rights when you give something away, but there is something about someone taking your generosity and making money for themselves instead of keeping the thing that you intended them to have.
But on the upside, she's an entrepreneur.
Oh, no, but being an entrepreneur doesn't put money in your pocket.
But you gave it away.
Did she sell much of the stuff? Did you find out?
Yeah, look, there was a lot of comments on the clothes, people wanting them because they all had tags. So I was like, maybe I'll message her for my card.
Yeah, let's try buy it all back again. God. Thanks, Chili. Sarah's in Sanagra. Hello.
Hello, how
Hey,
you going?
good,
Okay,
Sarah.
Sarah, what did you get for free and then flog for cash?
So we still, a little bit of a different story, but we have bulk collection and we're out the front. Someone threw this brand new wine fridge on our pile.
Yeah.
And
On your
usually
pile.
you get really annoyed.
Yes.
Yeah. And we plugged it in. It worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Then we sold it on Gumtree for $100.
Oh, what a
Yes.
present.
That's amazing.
What area was this in, Sarah? Where you live?
Tanagra.
Tanagra, yeah.
So he's just throwing out new
What is
wine
one of those?
fridges.
Yeah, I know where it
Yeah,
is.
proper nice wine fridge.
Yeah.
Think about it, though. Maybe that person was drinking too much.
That's
They're going,
right.
you know what? I need all of this out of my
Reformed
house.
drinker, yeah.
That's a good score.
Including the fridge. Because that fridge is called a wine fridge. When I go to it, I think of wine. Exactly. Doesn't matter what else is in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get me?
Sarah, score. Well done. Michelle's in Clarkson. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hey,
Michelle.
Michelle. Now, did you make the money or did you give the thing away that somebody else sold?
Both, actually. My younger brother moved out with a girlfriend and they had nothing, so it was bulk collection. My partner then at the time and I drove around, filled the house full of furniture.
Oh.
They broke up a few months later. She sold everything for $1,500.
And you spent days going picking it up from the side of the road.
Absolutely not.
So, Michelle, this bulk collection thing, I know we all see
Yes.
the people getting around there and doing the scavenger hunt, but you actually find some good gear out there.
Absolutely. Finished the whole house, inside and out.
You do, Sean.
That's
People
amazing.
nowadays, our parents would hold on to something until it broke apart.
Yeah.
Yes.
These days, we are so keeping up with the Joneses, and it's got to do with social media and all that sort of stuff. I truly believe that. That as soon as something is slightly soiled or it's out of style, we get rid of it and chuck it out the front.
And the richer the suburb, the better stuff gets
The
dumped.
university
Yeah.
me wishes I was around this time
Agree.
because the gold mines outside of people's houses are unbelievable.
But what I worry about is that everybody else gets to it first because you see so many cars
Oh,
just
yes.
trawling around like when it is, that season.
Yeah.
And you're like, how am I? They're going to get all the good stuff.
yeah.
Have you ever had a garage sale, by the way? Because we
No.
have.
Yeah, back in the day,
The
yeah.
people turn up to your house if you
So
advertise
early.
at like 6 in the morning just
I
to
know.
try to beat everybody to get your gear so
I
they
know.
can on
They
sale.
get angry. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
invite that crap around your house anymore.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
When we heard that a new Gibbon enclosure was opening. And is it an enclosure? I don't know. There's kind of a Gibbon bridge. We've got so many Gibbon-related questions, we thought we'd better go straight to the top of Perth Zoo. David Van Ooran is the Executive Director. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Nat. G'day, crew. That's an incredible... Is that real or...
Yeah, that's why we've got a couple of Gibbons in here.
That's why we're invested in this, because we've got a Gibbon here and we want to know what we can do with it next.
And you know how tough it is to get a rental.
Yeah. Now, firstly, I just want to say the artist's impression of this looks amazing. And
Yes.
I don't think that I've ever seen a zoo in the world where they have thought about the animals actually being able to go over the top of you. But straight away, as you know, David, the question is, are we going to get pooed on?
Well, it depends on, what you're wearing and your attitude when you walk in the door. No, just kidding.
I know I meant by the Gibbons, not by the staff. Always
but
very polite.
Picture this.
Yes.
Picture this.
Oh,
You're coming to the zoo. You're on your first date.
Yes.
Which you do see a lot of
Yes.
first daters, which
Yes.
is gorgeous.
Love it.
Or you're a 6-year-old primary school kid.
Yes.
Or you're the grandkids bringing the kid. These are all the people who typically come. So you walk in the door, you walk past our beautiful volunteers at the information centre, and straight ahead of you is that main lake area.
Yes.
And the main lake area is where this is all happening. And so what you'll see is ropes going overhead over the pathway, and our 3 white-cheeked gibbons, soon to be 4, by the way. There's Kayak, Jermai, and female Lulani.
Yeah.
They'll be swinging overhead, natural behaviours. We've extended their habitat big
Love
time,
it.
and people will be going, ooh, ah.
Yes.
David, sounds
love that.
amazing. Are you telling me we're approximately got 4 gibbons?
We have 4 white-cheeked gibbons.
How much have
Okay,
we
so
spent
we're
on this?
spending $51 million a pop? Sorry, on this?
No. There's a lot more that's been involved in that 50. This is just over 11 million, including main lawn or the Heartland precinct in the zoo. So there's a fair bit of works going on.
Yeah. If
But
they can
this is
get
gonna
a
be a real
discount on
highlight.
the discount on the ropes, I'll do it for like a $7 million.
Now, my question, David, is when they are swinging above your head on the ropes, what's to stop the gibbons dropping down onto the ground?
Good point, Nat.
Well, Nat, you're a primate, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're 14 metres high off the ground.
Yeah.
You're not going to let go and drop. It's such a natural instinct to not fall and drop from a height.
Okay.
So it's the science behind it. They will not, but they'll be very close overhead. So they're smart, very smart, intelligent creatures.
How many metres is it again?
Up to 14, but it will vary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I draw your attention to something that we all know about? Monkey in a barrel. Monkey in a barrel is a game designed for the monkeys to hold onto each other's hands and lower themselves.
So 4 gibbons connected could get to the ground, right? If they gang up.
You never thought about them working together, did you?
No, we better go back to the drawing board because that was a favourite game of mine. When I was young and I used to really beat my brother big time on tails at monkeys in the barrel.
Did you learn nothing from that, David?
I love it. David, I really love it. It's been so long since I've been at the zoo. I think it's such a fantastic place. I've always wanted to do a show from the zoo. I think it would be amazing.
It would be amazing. Actually, David, on that, because we were having a discussion the other day. So the state government tips in a fair bit of money for development at the Perth Zoo. That's right, hey?
It does. We need to self-generate about 60% of the funding required to run.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We're just wondering if we all got a free ticket per year to go as a taxpayer.
Or everyone? Oh, you're saying everyone?
Sure, the answer's no, because we've got to pay. We're going to save up $51 million to make this happen.
Well, if you guys dress up in Gibbons suits, I'll wave you through.
Oh, thank you so much.
You'll probably be like baboons with reclaimed asses.
Hey, this model, David, has this model been done at any other zoos in the world? I really love it.
There is a couple of places in the world, but this will be the first in Australia.
Yeah.
So we're thrilled. It's going to be so unique, so special, and we've got to get you out there, you guys, because and I think some of you have visited, but the stuff that you can do, I've only been there 3 months, so I'm quite a newbie, but the stuff that you can do is awesome. You can do team-building exercises for your mates at work to get in amongst it. You can join the keeper talks, and what zoos are all about these days is conservation, so you can rock up to the penguin exhibit any day, and you'll learn all about those little penguins which we find off our coast who are becoming endangered.
Awesome.
And the keeper's passion and love for the animals really gets you going. And we think we can change some behaviours.
Hey, David, you've only been there, as you said, just for a while. Has the Perth Zoo got scope to be really big? I mean, we hear about some of the zoos on the East Coast. You know, they're well known around the world. Can it be a real focal point, like serious money get thrown into it?
Well, we've got 17 hectares, so it's a reasonable site, but it is an inner city zoo. So we can't move any further.
And we can't go a story up.
Put everything in the sky.
Just elephants on ropes. And
well, the elephants are going, aren't they? So we won't have elephants for much longer. Isn't that right, David?
We've got our 2 elephants. They'll be moving to a safari park in South Australia next May or June. After our beloved Trisha passed away recently. But on site we have around 1,300 animals, about 136 species. So there's a lot in there. But what we focus on these days is all about habitats. So you have to have your animals and animal welfare your top priority. So when you come to the zoo these days, you'll be blown away by all of the horticulture and the actual habitats themselves as much as the animals.
Oh, look, you know what? The area just itself is beautiful for a day out. But and you know, people that live there are very lucky. But the people that live there are so lucky near the zoo because if you just listen, the animal sounds that you would hear from your house.
So those gibbons, for example.
Oh,
yeah, I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
I actually listen to them. Maybe that's not what you want.
Imagine waking up in a deep sleep and the lions roared. You're like, whoa!
I know, it'd be so good.
I've done the thing where you can feed the giraffes and also the rhino. Amazing experiences.
Well,
all right.
You know what? We are pro-gibbon exposure. We're very excited to get pooed on. Thank you, David.
If those gibbons team up and decide to make a human chain or a gibbon chain, we're in trouble. Thank you, David.
Hey, look, we'll come back on when we have our new white chick gibbon born in coming weeks.
Oh, please! And Dave, when's this enclosure going to open?
We're talking early next year, January, February.
All right,
awesome.
Hurry up. Good on you, David.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.